I'm Angel Kwiatkowski.
Hi, I'm Julie Sutter.
The problem is that we don't have adequate rehearsal space for musicians in Fort Collins.
I love music and I love musicians, and I believe that anyone that is willing to put their heart and their soul into something so personal deserves a place to do that isn't disgusting.
Our goal is to create a shared rehearsal space for musicians where it is easy for them to schedule, very safe and secure for their equipment and for their persons.
We have an incredible amount of talent in our community. We have a ton of musicians that are doing great work and bringing live music to our city all the time, but they don't have a place to practice their craft that is safe, that's affordable. They're working in conditions right now that are difficult at best.
The situation is that bands are playing in deplorable conditions right now to practice to do their shows.
Yeah, well, in terms of the robbery, I got a call from Chris on the evening of December 28th, I think it was. Those guys had the Fierce Bed Rabbit band had a wedding that they were going to rehearse for. They'd all been out of town because it was winter break, and I got a call at like 8 o'clock at night or 7 at night, and Chris said, "Hey, did you do something with the PA? What did you move some stuff around?" I said, "I don't know what you're talking about, man." He's like, "Well, there's like nothing in here." And I was like, "Well, what do you mean there's nothing in there?" And I was like, I remember dropping off some stuff after our last show.
Did you do some magic?
And he said, "Well, there's nothing in here." And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "I think we got robbed." And I was like, "How could that be? There's so much stuff in there. We have 2 full PA systems. There's like 4 drum sets, 3 or 4 different, like 5 different, guitar and bass cabinets in there. What do you mean we got, how could that be? There's nothing in there? Like, what? And I just was like baffled. I just couldn't fathom this idea that somebody who actually went through the effort to take everything out of our practice space.
It's the difference between a band out there making really good music and a band not existing at all. So, it is the key component that I think all of us struggle with. And it's the one thing in Fort Collins that they just currently they don't have a lot that caters to it right now, and it's a struggle for bands that are drawing well at shows. It's a struggle for bands that are just getting started out. We hear it every single week from the bands that we work with, that it's just we all dread it. We all need that safe, secure, hopefully warm place to get together and practice. And having a space like this, I think the biggest challenge of it, once all the logistics and all that were worked out, the biggest challenge would be being able to cater to the number of bands that would be lining up to get in there. So
We need your help. This is a community-funded My5 threshold project, which means there's going to be votes, and we need to be in the top 5 of vote gatherers in order to move on to the funding round. So what we need you to do is endorse our project, which just means you have to click a button and say that you support our project and our vision. If we make it into the top 5, then we move into the funding round. At that point, we'll be raising $5,000 to pay for 6 months of rent in an experimental temporary space for Cohere bandwidth.